Hey everyone, it's Emily Benson from Stylish and Successful. I'm back and I am really excited today. I have a lot of new things to talk about since I was last here 2 weeks ago. So if you're watching the replay, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it. And I'd love for you to share this with your friends if you find this useful or helpful, or share it in a group, something like that. I am here to really help. So, all right, so what we're talking about today is the difference between selling a product and a service. I'm just sharing this over on my group page, which is called I Do What I Want Club. If you want, you are welcome to join that. And all you have to do is search in the search bar at the top of Facebook for the I Do What I Want Club for entrepreneurs. And that is my private Facebook group where I give tips, tricks, fun stuff. So I'm sharing that over there, and now I'm here. So hello. All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been finding that there's a lot of people who are in entrepreneurial circles who are really starting to get confused about the difference between selling a product and selling a service, because there is a very big difference, okay? So my background is in product. So for 12 years, I ran product-based businesses in the fashion industry, in retail and fashion. So I can sell the hell out of a product, okay? Like, that is the easy thing for me. So when I switched over into doing small business consulting, I started to learn, how do I market my service? That was a whole new world for me, okay? So now that I do small business consulting for creative entrepreneurs, I've seen this come up a lot with especially creative people, because we're kind of all over the place, right? And we want to try whatever will work. But what I find is that the confusion lies in marketing your product versus marketing your service. So let me take a step back. So if you sell a product, that means you sell something physical that can be touched, that can be used, that can be worn, whatever that is. If you sell a service, you're selling something like maybe you're a hairstylist, maybe you're a makeup artist, maybe you're a coach, maybe you are, what else is a service? A stylist, maybe you're an interior designer. Those are all services, right? You're selling your time essentially versus selling something that is physical. So the difference between marketing these is huge. And this is where I see, because what happens is that in Facebook advertising, people are selecting to advertise to you and me. They're selecting entrepreneurs, right, who are out there giving like inspirational things. So when you sign up for their freebie, you're getting hooked in to the service-based world, right? So I feel like a lot of product-based people are kind of getting veered off track. So if you have questions while we're talking, feel free to comment below. Also, let me know if you're here. Say hi. We just moved into a new place. We're on our travels. So I have an awesome new backdrop, which I'm psyched about. And I always fluff my hair. Someone else commented in a video, I saw your hair fluff. I was like, yeah, I always fluff my hair. Okay, so let's talk about what happens when a product versus a service, okay? So if you're marketing a service, that's pretty simple, okay? So you have your packages, you have your niche, what you're really good at, and you're going to either create a freebie or something that some sort of content or value that you know can help your ideal client, right? So there's nothing different between a product and a service around your ideal client, right? You always need to know who your ideal client is. There's a lot of fuss about lead magnets. Magnets. Yeah, no, you shouldn't be doing a lead magnet if you have a product-based business, okay? A lead magnet is another word for a freebie. So a freebie is something where you're giving value, content, and that is what people are signing up for. So like for me, I have a download that is called, it's like a tip sheet for creative entrepreneurs, how to make more money in their business. So But that's selling my service. I'm a service-based entrepreneur. When I had a product-based business, how did I sell my product? I sold it through Facebook advertising those products, driving people to my e-commerce site. I sold it through auctions on my Facebook page, through Instagram. So I'm gonna go through the different ways to actually market your product because it's really different. And I've seen this happen. I've had a lot of people actually reaching out to me that are confused around what happens with product-based businesses, and that is really one of my big strengths. So I want to be here to define that. So if you have a service-based business, absolutely create a freebie that you can have someone go to a landing page. So also freebie equals lead magnet, same idea. So you're magnetizing leads for your business. A lead would be like a person who would potentially convert into a customer, right? So if you're a service-based business, you're creating that freebie, you are marketing it through maybe your blog post, maybe through a Facebook advertisement, and then you're getting people to sign up for your email list, right? So all of this, yes, driving people to sign up for your email list is awesome because once they sign up for your email list, then you can keep communicating with them, right? So we all want big email lists. I don't care what you sell. The email list is key. But how do you get people on that email list? How do you get people interested in what you're selling is a little bit different when you're a product versus a service. So if you're a service-based business, absolutely, and I can do a whole nother live stream on that. This, I'm excited because I feel like product-based business people are a little bit confused. And again, I know exactly where the confusion comes from. It comes from the fact that when you're seeing Facebook advertisements on your Facebook newsfeed, the people that are targeting you like pages, they're trying to target you because you like entrepreneur pages, right? Because we're all entrepreneurs. Like if you're a small business owner, you want to start a small business, you're an entrepreneur, period. But what kind of entrepreneur you are depends on what you sell and what you're selling, right? So let's talk more about physical products. So like I said, you do want to get people on your email list if you have a physical product. And you want to focus on what your customer needs, right? Always going back to the ideal client. We're always going back to who is it that we're selling our product or service to? We're always going back to that. We're always triple checking with that. But when you have a product, the big thing is, there's three things, right, that I want to talk about. So number one is e-commerce. Having your website. So I've heard some people talking about Etsy lately. I have very mixed feelings about Etsy. If you want to take your business as a hobby, I would say absolutely do Etsy, okay? It's a really great way because there are built-in SEO, search engine optimization. It's sending you to Etsy. You can be like a featured product or whatever. But if you're truly excited about selling your product, I would 1,000%, hey Kara, hey Megan, I would absolutely 1,000% have your own website where you sell under your own brand name, under your own, under what you're doing, right? Whatever your company name is. Or if you're selling a cool t-shirt, maybe it's thehomeT-shirt.com or something like that. You can't get your own email list. Oh, true. Yeah, Etsy has a lot of downfalls. I think it's good for a crafter or someone who just wants to make a little extra money. But if you're seriously wanting to grow your brand and grow your product-based business, I don't necessarily think that Etsy is the right way to go. And again, I can do a whole live stream on that too, why it's not that great. But you don't have a lot of control over who is seeing your stuff. Yeah, maybe they have a bigger search engine, but I don't know. I just don't feel great about that. So having your own e-commerce site is really important. Now, how can you make your e-commerce site awesome? Number one, eliminate as much text as possible, okay? A lot of product-based businesses I see have a lot of text all on their website. And I don't really want to read that much. I'm a lazy customer. I just want to know what you sell. I don't need the whole song and dance. Maybe on your about page, yeah, tell me your whole song and dance, how whatever changes selling this product change your life, totally get it. But on your front page of your website, I want to see your featured products. Pick 2 or 3 of your best products. They're either your best selling products or they're the ones you're most excited about, or they're your newest, right? They have to be some kind of feature product. That should be on your very first homepage. That should be like literally what on a newspaper would be called top of the fold. So on your website, it would be the first screen that you see, okay? So on your e-commerce site, focus on the product. Don't focus on text. I know we all love to talk about our product, but come on Facebook live stream and talk about your product, right? Talk about your process. People want to see products. They don't always necessarily want to see the person. And so I think just like there's like 80-20 rules for just about everything, it seems like, there's also that 80-20 rule, I think, with text and images on your website. I think you want 80% images, and I think you want 20% text. I really don't think you want to be talking too much about your product unless there's some kind of customization situation or there's special directions. I don't even know, but I think it's really all about the product, what the product does for that person, what are the outcomes that that product is going to give the customer, and focusing on those results, okay? And sometimes we have intangible results, right? Like I had a boutique, like you're gonna buy something and look cuter. Like, I don't know, but the result really was that you were staying on top of fashion, you were staying on the trend, you were saving money because I was giving you a great price value relationship. So there was a lot of things behind that I would kind of talk about, but there wasn't a lot to talk about, right? So go through your website. If you have too much text, kill it. It should be all about images. People are attracted to images, period, right? A picture's worth 1,000 words. Cool. So for every picture you have, that's 1,000 words. So get rid of half your words, okay? The other thing about e-commerce that I think is really important to think about is trying to drive traffic to your website, right? So there's a couple ways to do this. I actually was like playing around on the website Fiverr last night. And on Fiverr, there's like all these guys, I won't call them guys, people, you can hire for like $5 who will fix kind of your back end links. So if you're like a DIYer, like I am, like I built all my own websites and I love doing it, but I'm not like an SEO expert. I don't really know how to do that kind of stuff. And I know like I use Squarespace. Squarespace is optimized, to the best of its ability to get you higher in Google search ranks. However, I'd spend $5 to have a person or a team fix my back-end links and make me higher on Google pages. Absolutely, I would spend $5 on that. I saw a person on Fiverr who was like, if you had YouTube videos, they would like help you get more views on your YouTube page. And I was like, for $5, again, like I would do that, okay? So there's other ways to get more traffic to your website other than the like traditional ways that you might think. Okay, so e-commerce, we're talking about e-commerce. So more images than text. See if you can get more traffic through SEO optimization or search engine optimization. And like figure out what your keywords are around that. What is your ideal client searching for to want to find you? What does that look like? Write that down. Okay, so e-commerce. And also make sure it's easy for people to understand how to buy your stuff. Like make them want to click, make them want to buy your stuff, make it organized. Make sure you have drop-down menu. If you have things that are kind of all over the place, like again, I'll go back to my boutique. If you have things that are all over the place and a lot of SKUs, then absolutely like separate them into specific sections. Okay, so e-commerce. So I've been talking for 13 minutes about e-commerce. So it's important. Okay. So second, really important if you're selling a product, is to market through social selling. Okay, so social selling, what does that look like? What does that even mean? I've talked to some people lately who are like, I don't even know what you're talking about. What the hell is social selling? So social selling is selling through social media. So you're either selling through Facebook, your business page, a private group page, or you're selling through Instagram. Okay, what is best for who? So if you have a lot of SKUs, which means you have a lot of styles, you want to be selling through Facebook. Okay, so that's either a Facebook business page or a private group, depending on what you have. Like I know some consignment boutiques and even some regular boutiques have like a first look page where people kind of get the first look. I'm like I have mixed feelings about that. I think if you have, I kind of have mixed feelings about that. And I think it depends on your situation. So I won't state my opinion here, but I think if you have a Facebook business page, use it. Post on there twice, 3 times a day. I don't post enough on this page. I'm working on getting that up with my new assistant, right? So how much can you post? Now, I have a lot of people that say, I think I'm posting too much. Guess what? You're not. You're not posting enough. I guarantee you're not posting enough. Unless you're posting like 12 times a day, like some of my friends of my friends, you're not posting enough on your business page. Your business page will get more organic views if you post more, period. That is how Facebook analytics are working right now. That's how the algorithms are working. If you post more, Facebook's going to show it to more people. So post more on your business page, okay? What does that mean? What are you posting? You're posting your product. I want to see your product. Stop being so freaking shy about sharing your goddamn product. Tell me what it costs. Tell me what size it comes in. Tell me what colors it comes in, okay? Why are we so concerned about holding back sharing our product on our Facebook page? It's another way of getting people to our website. It's another way of getting people to buy, okay? When I used my business page for my boutique, I used to do weekly auctions, and I would take things that were I had been sitting around the store for a while, and I would sell them for a discount on my Facebook page. I never had a private group. I wasn't into the whole groups. It was too much. I don't even think they were popular when I had my boutique. I would put things on my Facebook page and I would sell them. Now, you can run this yourself and you can send PayPal invoices. You can figure out how to manage that if you want. Or there are some great apps that you can install into your Facebook business page. One that I used to use is called Soldsy. Soldsy is a really great app you can install into your Facebook business page, and basically it makes your business page like a website, so it has e-commerce behind it. Hey, okay. Hi, Kara. Maybe your friend's here. Hey, so if you want to use your Facebook business page as a place to sell, absolutely, please, 1000%, look at Soldsy. There is a cost involved, but you know what? It manages your total back end just like an e-commerce website would. Okay, so make sure that you are using your Facebook business page either to promote or to sell. You need to be using it for both, okay? And then you can Facebook advertising is a whole nother live stream. If you have less SKUs, maybe you're doing, you're selling one item that has a lot of colors or options to it, you want to be on Instagram, okay? You want to be on Instagram. You want to be posting once or twice a day on Instagram is enough. You could be doing Instagram stories if you want, but again, if you're doing Instagram stories, make it exciting, make it fun. I've been on Snapchat for a while, and there's some people who I'm your Snapchat's not fun. And I'll follow them, but I'll go where you click through. If you are going to put your face, put your situation on video, make it exciting, make it fun for people. Why do I wear these earrings? 'Cause they're fun, right? I am having trouble with my Facebook page to sell. Not sure what I'm missing. So JLTC, I'm sorry, I can't see very well far away. So you're having trouble on your Facebook business page to sell. Okay, so how much are you posting? How many friends do you have? How many followers do you have on your Facebook page? To sell, not sure what I'm missing. Also, what do you sell? All natural. I don't know what you sell. It's hard to tell what you sell based on your name, to be very honest. JLTC all natural. I don't know what that is. Is that milk? Is that all natural what? So I think you have to be more specific about what you're selling, first of all, and I think you have to probably post more, and I think you have to be more specific. Ask for the sell. Are you posting testimonials on your business page? Even if you sell something like a product, if you sell necklaces, post that XYZ, a picture of them wearing a necklace that they bought from you and how excited and how many people commented on how great they looked. body butters. Okay, all natural skincare, body butters. Okay, so I think you need to talk more about the benefits of what your body butter is doing. I think you could post testimonials. You could do before and after photos, people before using your body butter, people after using your body butter. I mean, I think there's a lot of all natural skincare on the market. So the number one thing you need to do is figure out what differentiates you from everything else and talk about that. Talk about the results that people are going to get from using your body butter. Talk about the results. Why this is the best freaking body butter in the entire world. Is that helpful? Talking about results and outcomes of your product is going to absolutely help sell more of your product. Guaranteed. So I hope that helps. Okay, if you're using Instagram to sell, I want to make sure that you're using hashtags. So the way you do your hashtags is also important, okay? You want to be using the second comment underneath. So you want to post your picture with your description, and then you want to go back in, and your second comment on Instagram should be all your hashtags. So you want to have ... If you want to see an example of this, go to my Instagram. It's @stylishandsuccessful. Okay, good. Obsessed with hashtags. Awesome, Megan. So hopefully you're doing this where you're posting your picture with your normal subtitle, and then you're going back in and you're putting hashtags as the comment. Like I said, you can go into mine, it's @stylishandsuccessful, and you can see how I do it. It's the second comment, it's like ... I keep them in my notes on my phone. I have like a whole notes, and I switch them around, and sometimes I add different ones depending on what I'm doing. But generally, I always have the same hashtags. And if you find that your hashtags aren't growing your followers, they're not getting you the likes that you want, you need to switch up your hashtags, okay? What I suggest doing is going to someone else who has like what I did is I looked at people similar to me who were maybe a year or two ahead of me in business, and I looked at what their hashtags were. And I just picked what I thought were good for me. And that's how I built the hashtags, okay? So obsessed, recommendations on how to find ones that customers are using. I find that my competitors and see what hashtags. Yeah, you can totally use your competitors. I also would look at, are there any magazines that feature similar products to yours? So if you're an interior designer, go look at House Beautiful. Go look at Elle Decor. What hashtags are they using? What hashtags are people who they like? You can even go to see who they like, what they're following, right? So I definitely think that there are ways to test different hashtags, see what's working, like groups of hashtags. Again, you should be gaining, if you're posting every day, and I've seen studies on this, which I need to look more into, but if you're posting 1, 2, 3 times a day, you definitely should be gaining around 50 followers a week, something like that, 30 to 50 followers a week. So make sure you're using the right hashtags. You should be growing pretty quickly. I've been not as great at growing my Instagram, but I still, in a matter of a month or so, 2 months maybe, I've grown it probably about 150 followers. So so Kiara, I hope that helps on finding recommendations on how to find more ones that customers are using. So I would look at what are other boutiques using that have a lot of likes. Find other boutiques that have a lot of likes. What are other e-commerce websites that have a lot? I grow, well, if I do a post every 4 hours. Wow, that's a lot. 4 hours is a lot. 4 hours is a lot. I think that's good. What's your thoughts on products and business name, comments, sold, and email? Okay, so Kiara, that's what I'm talking about with sold C. So the thing is that what you're gonna want to do, I absolutely 100,000% think you should sell on Instagram. Do I think it should be every post? No. I think maybe every other. Fine. The thing is, if you want to get your sales up, you have to ask for the sale, right? So that's what people are doing there. They're asking for the sale. They're saying, if you want to buy this, comment sold and your email, and then you can send a PayPal invoice. Again, Sold C does have a function that will manage this for you. So it will automatically spit out the invoice to that person. When I did Sold C sales, they were amazing. I would make, I don't know, between $200, $300, $400, $500 a sale, depending. And I mean, I was selling things for like $10. I probably wasn't even charging enough. But Soldcy did all that back end work for me. So I just loaded up all the products, and I even timed it. It spit out onto my Facebook page. I could do it on Instagram. And then when people commented, it would just send them a invoice to PayPal, and then they would pay the PayPal invoice, and it would even remind them like 24 hours later. It's such a great app. I probably I'm not like paid to promote them. I just use them, and it really helped me grow my business. And to be honest, I found that once I stopped doing the auctions, I had so many people saying like, why aren't you doing auctions anymore? It's like my favorite thing. Or I had someone recently, a friend, say she was out to dinner with people, and they were like, I really miss Emily's auctions. This is like a year and a half later. So do not underestimate selling through your Facebook page. It can be really great for sales. It can be really great for marketing. And like I said, it keeps it fresh on your Facebook page, right? What is this app called? It's called Soldcy, SOLDSIE.com. An SEO coach told me to take my Facebook store app off because you want people to get to your website, but I'll look into it. Okay, so Kira, there's a difference. If people don't buy when you do that, do you think it makes you look bad? Okay, so two things. So number one, the SEO coach told me to take so a Facebook app on your business page, on your business Facebook page is different than what I'm talking about. Soldcy. Yep, that's what it is. It's different. So Soldcy is an auction, I don't like calling it an auction. It's almost like a flash sale, right? So it's not permanently up. So I would post everything on Wednesday, and I see LuLaRoe people doing this. LuLaRoe people are doing this in private Facebook groups, and they're having to physically enter every single week, every single time they do this, they're entering the product manually. So this is something that I started doing, in like 2013 or something. And now LuLaRoe people are just doing it all the time. That's how they mostly sell. And so it's definitely working, right? So yeah, so see the difference? So when you have your app up, I know what you're talking about. It's like in the top bar. That, I guess, don't do it. And I also don't like the way those look. I don't really like the way those look. And I don't really think people shop through Facebook that way. I don't think people are trained to shop through Facebook that way. People are trained to shop through Facebook through advertising and through flash sales. I've seen a ton of great boutiques. I know I've talked about this before. Jenny Boston and Accessories Concierge are two amazing examples of businesses who completely grown because they've used Soldcy. And they've used the flash sale model. I've actually even seen, I know we have artists following here, like Megan. I've seen some artist friends do auctions on their Facebook business pages. And I don't even think they did it on their business page. I think she did it on her personal page, which is totally like illegal, but it worked. And what she did is she started off with a painting, and she would say, starts at $50. And then people would bid all day, and then the next day she'd take it down. So whoever was the highest bidder by a certain time, that's who would get it, and she'd sell it, she'd ship it, and that's how she sold some stuff. It's pretty cool. I think she used to do it every Thursday. So yeah, I definitely think the flash sale works. If people don't buy when I did an auction, do I think that makes it look bad? No, not at all. It just means that like the right people weren't on for that product that day. And like, I don't think anyone's looking at your Facebook business page that much that they really like know. You know what I mean? Like, I think that we tend to overanalyze what we put out, and we tend to judge ourselves and judge what's happening more than really other people even notice. Remember, a lot of people have a lot of stuff going on in their lives, So I don't think it makes you look bad. I think it makes you look like you're taking a stand and you're putting yourself out there. And what I found with the auctions is people were like, those auctions are so cool. Like, oh my gosh, I totally missed the product that I wanted. Or, oh, I wish you had it in this size, but you didn't have it in that size. And I mean, I only really ever got good responses from when I did auctions. So I love the flash sale model. I think it's a really great way to sell products. So you're embarrassed when people don't bid. Well, but that's what stops us, is our fear, right? The number one thing that stops all business owners or all humans, let's like put it across the board, is fear. When we let fear get in our way, we stop living our dreams, period. I've overcome a lot of my fears in the past year, 2 years, a lot, right? So tap on it. I'm actually probably going to do a tapping video, a tapping tutorial in the private group. But tapping is something that has absolutely saved my life. It has helped me overcome a lot of fears, and it's a physical way to deal with some of the stuff that comes up for us as business owners, because it is scary to put ourselves out there. It is scary to be on social media. But look at me here. Like, I'm here, I'm talking to you guys, I'm giving you tons of value, I'm helping you, and you just have to get over it, you know? Okay, I'm gonna try that. I wonder if I should do it in my Facebook group or with a business page. Try it with both. Try it different days. I don't know. Who says you can't try it with both? Like, do whatever you want, right? Like, do whatever you want and do it a couple times, right? Because you do something once or twice does not mean that it doesn't work, okay? That's something I've found is that, you know, I think even with Facebook video, I've come on a couple times in May and June and July, but only until recently I've been like, you know what, I want to be on Facebook Live like every day. And so I'm showing up as much as I possibly can because I want to be helpful, right? I want to teach people. So I think the more you try something, the more you get over yourself, frankly, you know, because a lot of business is just getting over yourself. So, okay, we've talked a lot about Facebook business pages. We've talked a lot about Instagram. The last thing I want to talk about when you're selling a product is selling in person. Selling in person. So what does that look like, selling in person? It can look like a lot of different things. It can mean sitting here on Facebook Live and showing your product, saying, these are the notebooks I make. Aren't they gorgeous? I love these notebooks. They have this beautiful lining. They have, you know, plenty of space to write in. They have these great bookmarks where you can bookmark your page, and, you know, it's leather bound. It's nice and thick. See what it looks like. You could even show a demo writing in it. You know, if you have a product like lip gloss, right? Like I have my lip gloss sitting here. You can talk about what it looks like. You can talk about the different colors you have. Maybe show some demos of the colors. Facebook Live is a great way to in person, but not in person, sell your product, right? Other ways to sell in person are absolutely through going and being in person somewhere. So like, what does that mean? That looks like a farmer's market. That looks like, this would be great for body butter, right? Go to a farmer's market, go sign up for a farmer's market, or go sign up for an open market and like set up your table, get a tent, like invest the $300 it costs to do a whole booth setup and go sell. Even honestly, paintings, Megan, like there's a guy at the SOA Open Market in Boston. He goes every single weekend and he sells these huge paintings for $300, $400, $500. And it's a great location for him because he sells really large scale pieces, and everyone down there that lives there they have lofts down around there. So they need big paintings because they have all these big walls to cover and they don't know what to do. So, you know, going to set up somewhere in person is a really great way to do it. Now, how do you find the great place is absolutely through knowing your target market, knowing who you're selling to, right? I've been doing more Facebook Lives and I've done over 60 pop-up shops in 1.2 years. I do excellent at fairs and expos. Great, so you guys are selling in person, right? So how do you maximize what you're doing to sell in person, right? When you go out, I love that you did 60 pop-up shops. Facebook just seems to be not good for me. Okay, so let's talk about that. So I love that you did 60 pop-up shops. There was one year that I did 45 private parties with my fashion truck, 45 private parties. That wasn't even including, I think I did something like 213 events that year. It was out of control. Like I was doing 2 a days. But then you get to the point where you eliminate the ones that don't work, right? Like you can only do so much because it doesn't always work. That's how you guys met. Oh, cool. You guys are in the same place. So, okay, so Body Butters. What is your real name, Body Butters? I would love to call you by your real name. So Facebook is not good for you. So when you're converting people over from your, you do great at fairs and expos. That's awesome. So how are you converting those fairs and expo people over to Facebook or over to your email list, right? So a few ways that you could use in-person events to help drive some online traffic. One, obviously collect their email address, right? Oh my God, that's great. Lakeisha. Hi, Lakeisha. I'm glad that you're here. Okay, cool. So do you have an email list out? That can just literally take a clipboard and a piece of paper. Like mine was so simple. I printed it off the computer. And it was just like just boxes. And it was like name, email. Do you want to hear about what's going on with me? You know, easy. You can say, I don't send out a lot of emails, but I'd love to send you special offers or let you know when I'm going to be around, right? Okay, you totally have that. Awesome. So another thing you could do is when you have people at your booth, you could say, listen, if you like my Facebook page, then right here, and I can see it, then I'll give you 10% off your purchase, right? I would also consider on your Facebook page maybe doing some giveaways, right? Share this post. Share this post with your friends, share, like, or comment, share, like, and comment. You get 3 entries to a giveaway, something like that, right? Facebook is definitely a way where you can get people going. I also think for something like a body butter, something that's replenishable, can you create like a body butter of the month club? Or can you do something where, you know, you buy X amount of product and you get something for free? Like you buy X amount of body butters, you get a lip gloss for free. Something like that. I don't know what that looks like for you. I don't know what your costs and wholesale is and all that stuff. So I can't be like super, you have to do what makes sense for profit, obviously. But I definitely think there's some sort of reciprocation, especially with, like I said, a replenishable product is something that, you know, you look at the Rodan and Fields model. Rodan and Fields is a multi-level marketing, or direct sales. I don't really totally know the difference between them all. But Rodan and Fields is great because it's a replenishable product. People always need more face wash. They always need more toner, right? And they've created like an auto ship system where when you sign up, you get things at a discount, but it also auto ships, right? So every 2 months you're getting new products. So how can you create something like that? Some kind of auto ship. Someone's like so obsessed. You have these raving fans who are like, this is Lakeisha makes the best freaking body butter in the world. And I can't live without it. How can you create some sort of replenishment or VIP program, you know, whatever you want to call it? That to me, I think would be a really great way to have continuous sales. Let me just catch up here on the comments. Did you have sales at my pop-ups? I have a big one this week and I need to figure out what I want to give. Right, you do that as well. Okay, so Lakeisha, I'll have to look at your Facebook page and see if I can give you any comments because it's hard to comment when I have no idea. So Kira, what do you mean by a pop-up shop? What do you define that as? I never did giveaways at my pop-up shops. Okay, you'll try that. Awesome. Let me take a sip here. Thanks for watching, you guys. I am so excited that you're here. If you have questions, like I said, feel free to comment below. Say hi. Share this with your friends. I would love for you to share. I'm always like looking for new people to help, of course. So the pop-up thing, private party. Oh, private party expo. Wait, aren't those 2 different things? Wait, so are you doing a private party at like someone's house? Or are you doing an expo with lots of people? I would say at a private party, with private parties, I always gave the hostess discounts. They're the one putting themselves out for the party. They always got a discount. I never did giveaways. I didn't need to. With an expo, I never did expos necessarily. I did a lot more private parties. So with an expo, maybe there is something around give me your email address and I'll enter you to win something, you know, because there is like a lot more people there, so you need to get people's attention. I think that's a great idea. Or maybe there's a buy one, get a free. I like always used to use earrings. Like I'd have kind of less expensive earrings and I'd say, you know, spend $25 and get a free pair of earrings. They were super low price wholesale. And so that was a really great way to get people to try, you know, and if they bought $50 worth, they got 2 pairs of earrings, something like that, you know. You can kind of play. Okay, thanks, Lakeisha. I'm glad you came across my live too. I'm glad you're here. You set up a display. Yeah, so I would just make sure that you have as much product out as possible. And make sure you bring your mirrors. Like, I don't know. I would say, you know, if there's a lot of people there, I would definitely try the like, hey, give me your email address and I'll enter you to win something. Or enter your email address and I'll give you something inexpensive, you know, spend $25, get this. Like, that's like a retail play. You know what I mean? Like, you could do some kind of like, yeah, like, so for me too, I never sold. So in retail, if there's any boutiques on here, a lot of times when you buy a necklace, it comes with earrings, right? But I never really loved the earrings to sell because they were kind of weird. Or I don't know, I don't love earring necklace match sets. I'm kind of crazy like that. So I would take the earrings off, I would sell the necklace by itself, and then I would have like all those earrings would kind of be my free giveaway earrings because theoretically they were kind of free because they came with the necklace. So being in person is a really great way. I'm going to jump off here. It's been 40 minutes. It's been really long. I think we'll go the email route. Maybe I'll make a basket or a grab bag. Perfect. I think that's a great idea. I think the only thing is it's might be hard. You may have to follow up with a person to send it to them. But I mean, if you can afford to give away product, you know. That's a great way to that's a great way to do more things. I think also for people that have like body butter, Kira, I mean, there's also the option of trying Groupon. You know, like I did a Groupon for my store. It did really well. I didn't lose money from it. Groupon has a really bad rap. And again, I can do like a whole live stream about Groupons. But I should be writing these down. I'll rewatch myself. Yeah, I know people don't like Groupons, but they have a bad rap. But honestly, Groupon is one of the best marketing tools you could use, especially if you're a small business that doesn't have a lot of reach yet. If you do it in a way that you don't lose money, it's really awesome. So I can do a whole nother live stream of Groupon because I had a really, really wonderful experience with it. I think the people that sign up and lose money are the ones that don't know how to run their business, to be honest. No, I don't think it does cut your brand equity. I mean, you're not Chanel. I mean, like, none of us are running high-end luxury brands, you know, let's be honest, right? So, like, I mean, Chanel's not on there, but, like, the really awesome bar studio that I like is on there, and they're, like, a boutique, you know, bar studio. So why can't I be on there? Oh, you don't like the earrings either. Oh, I don't like earrings either. I like Groupon. I haven't used it in a while. Yeah, Groupon, Living Social, I think those are great options. They have huge lists. I mean, you're using them for their email list, right? That's all it is. You're using them for their email list. And if you can do it in a way you don't lose money, I think it's a really great way for certain products. I wouldn't say it for everything, but I think for certain product-based businesses, it's a really great way to make more money. So, okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. Thanks for joining me. I'm really excited that you've been here. Thanks. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Again, I'm Emily Benson. My private group is called the I Do What I Want Club for Entrepreneurs. My website is Stylish and Successful, and I hope you've learned a lot today. I've given you a lot of great content, so I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow on my live stream. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye.